call our meeting to order.
Bobbitt.
Here.
Ronk.
Here.
Hess.
Here.
We do have a quorum. Pat, would you lead us in prayer this
Yes,
morning?
yes. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all the many blessings you bestowed upon us. We ask that you guide, guard, and direct us as we go through our agenda. Help us to make the proper decisions to help all the people of Grant County. We ask that you help us in keeping our workforce safe, both here in the courthouse and on the highway districts as we go through this adverse weather. We ask that you keep all of our travelers safe to and from their different places throughout the county. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Max, would you lead us in the flag?
Yes. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I acknowledge that the agenda was properly posted and according to the Open Meeting Act.
All right. Consider an act on approval of the minutes from February 12th, 2018 regular meeting.
I make a motion we approve the minutes.
I second that.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to approve the February 12th, 2018 regular minutes as presented. All in favor?
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, unanimously passed. Comments from the public on the below agenda items? None?
None. I mean, I have some things to discuss, but
Yeah,
when we get to that
good.
point, I guess,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Item A, 7A, transfer of appropriations. Do we have any?
No.
None. Purchase orders and travel claims.
I move to review.
Second.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to review payment of purchase orders and travel claims. All in favor?
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed unanimously.
Here's this blanket that you just requested.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I almost put the wrong one.
Yeah, I know it. I move to approve purchase orders and travel plans also.
Oh, I second that.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to approve the payment of purchase orders and travel claims as presented. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess,
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Blanket purchase orders.
I move to approve blanket purchase orders.
I'll second that.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to approve the blanket purchase orders. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess,
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Sheriff's Office and Courthouse Renovation Plan revision by Ambler Architect.
I just kind of put that on there if we needed.
To discuss anything.
Yeah,
I think we're
yeah.
in good shape on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I guess on the next one is when I
Okay.
have a question.
Notice to bidder 01, so no action
Okay.
on number D.
Okay.
On E, notice to bidder 01-2018 Sheriff's Office and Courthouse renovations as prepared by Kyler Construction.
Okay, I was just emailing Ken to make sure we could get it in the newspaper this week, because if not, will it mess up our times on this?
Probably will.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me finish.
check it
I just,
out.
yeah, I just
Okay.
thought about that.
Oh, this is Tuesday.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget.
So, but he might.
Okay.
Let me see if I
The
get.
salaries don't need, the salaries do need to be published too, so, but that, if he can't, doesn't have room for it.
I guess I should call. I could call him. If I can get the. See if he emails me back. Let me just get the girls to give me his phone number and I'll call real quick.
Yeah, I don't think I have it.
I just thought about that. Today's Tuesday. Hi, can you look up the newspaper's phone number? Or do you have it there? The newspaper, Ken Kaiser. Like that. It's been one of those days. All right, thank you. Bye bye. 2212.
Max, hand me those, I'm gonna take those over.
Hello, it's
Okay, I
Cindy.
just
How are
texted
you?
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
I'm good. I'm sitting in the board meeting, and
Yep,
we
there she is.
have the notice to bidder for the jailhouse the sheriff's courthouse and sheriff's jail renovation.
Yeah.
Is this?
Will we
is
be
this
able to
what
get
you
it in
did?
this week, or are we too late since we?
Or is that-
Yes.
This is
You're
the
waiting on
one
us.
we
Okay,
can't
awesome.
wait.
Okay, we'll be
Let me
done
get it.
shortly.
We signed the others.
Thank you. Bye bye. You're waiting on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Brandon's
All
gonna
righty.
put it
So,
in his system.
Okay.
do we have a motion
I-
to
did-
go out for
Did you,
bids?
Cindy, did you give the other PIA blankets? Or
Oh,
did
I'm
you-
sorry. They're right here.
Okay.
Okay. She's gonna get it to Brandon to put in the.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Max, they're waiting on us. They're going to go ahead and
Yeah,
publish them this
We
week.
need a motion to go out and notice a bidder, E.
We need a motion to what now?
Go out for bid.
Go out for
Which
bid.
is this form right here that you should have a copy.
Yes, yes, and did you guys see that, I sent back the correction? I mean,
Oh.
the only thing that I thought and I sent it back, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
and
if
I-
you got it or not.
And you said at that time?
Well, yeah, do you know, right up here it said the bids will be publicly opened, read aloud, and tabulated at that time. You know, sometimes we give it a week to tabulate.
Well, they're going to tabulate.
They'll
them.
tabulate them,
They'll
they
tel-
won't-
they won't. They
we
won't
won't
post
approve
them,
them.
but they will
Okay,
do it. We
that's-
won't. They
that's
will.
what I was-
They
Okay.
will.
my
Yeah,
concern
they will
was.
do
Okay.
it. They
Okay.
will tabulate. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Well,
So-
that being said, I make a motion that we go out on bids, notice to bids for the renovations.
I'll second that.
Hess moved. Ronk seconded to publish notice to bidder 01-2018 Sheriff's Office and Courthouse renovation as prepared by Collar Construction. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Please notify the newspaper it's ready for publishing.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably ought to let him know if he's waiting on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and call him. Tell him it's good to go.
Did they go ahead and send it to him though?
I don't
wonder?
know.
Let me just go over and send it, and I'll send it to Kyler and let me
Okay.
have Mindy come over
Okay.
and
Annual publication of salaries, do we have that?
I didn't get that ready.
not
I'm
ready?
sorry.
Not
that
ready.
Not
yeah,
ready.
I'll have it next week.
Excuse me. Hello?
And I guess we're gonna have Penny come in if she wants to
Yeah.
give us the update.
The roads are slick. They're worse up north than they are down south, but they're pretty slick here to Medford for sure. down at
Hello.
Palm Creek.
Did you want to do the update on the tax collection? Okay, we're at that point. Thank you. Bye bye. She'll be right in.
I think, Michael, if you pay attention to what you're doing, you'll be okay. Okay? Yeah, I do. I think you'll be okay. It's worse up north than it is the further south you get,
Go
the
ahead and
better
get the
it
minutes
gets.
to him too.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good if we don't wanna hold them on.
Yeah. Hello. Can you or Mindy or someone come in
well,
while I?
If you
Go back
if
to my
you
desk.
don't feel comfortable, then don't
Thank
go.
you. Bye.
You know, and stuff. I understand. What do you guys think about the roads being south of here? Do you think that they're
I was
better?
about 35 miles an hour on the highway.
Okay, they was about, Pat said when he come up from Palm Creek, he was about 35 miles an hour, so maybe you ought to just cancel it and get another date. Yeah, okay. You're welcome. Yeah, bye. Bye.
We're to item G, update tax collected and 5-year manufacturing reimbursements from the treasurer's office.
One of the things I just wanted to bring to the board's attention was that we have, more than ever, the 5-year manufacturing, we've got about six of those windmill that we are not going to see the tax revenue
okay.
on for a while. So, I just wanted you to be aware of it because it's going to be a problem for the tax collection for a little bit, because it's gonna, Medford's gonna 2.9 million. So it looks like this time last year we had collected about 70% of the taxes. We're not gonna do that this year because we haven't seen any money from OTC on the 2017 taxes. And we won't. And it's 5 point, hang on a second, let me look at that. Look at it one more time. It's 3.8 million. It usually takes them about 14 payments to actually finish the payment off, and they pay the schools first. We should normally be about 70% collected at this point, and we are 51% collected because of $3.8 million that we won't see for probably another 12, 18 months. It's going to be a factor in next year's budget too.
And this is because the state's short on money.
No, it's because that, we could end up not seeing any of it, if they decide not to reimburse us. But the state reimburses the 5-year manufacturing,
Right.
but it takes about a year and a half to see it all.
Yeah.
So
And this is on how many windmills?
I'm thinking there's six of them.
6
Companies.
companies or 6
Companies.
mills?
Oh.
Okay.
Companies.
That's a different one.
Yeah. The total of them is 3.8 million. Medford's gonna be hit the hardest with the $2.9 million.
Alright, well, thank you for that information. Okay, proposal for the trap shoot range,
Yeah, no action.
no action.
Robert Cameron said he
Can't
couldn't make it
Cannot
today.
make it, we'll put that back on the agenda for another day. Thank
Okay.
you. The ODOT SA&I Form 100 purchase contract, county road maintenance equipment revolving fund, District 1 and District 3. I believe we're waiting on some serial numbers for that.
Yeah, and I just texted him and he's not replying back to me,
Okay.
so. We got till March the 3rd, I think she said.
Yeah, but we only have one more meeting, so we have to do it the next week. We have
Right.
to have it.
Okay,
So
so no
waiting-
action
So
today.
no, we're waiting on, we're waiting on the information from the vendor,
Okay.
info from
And
the
to be
vendor.
perfectly honest about the proposal for the trap range, I didn't know until right here just a little bit ago that it made the agenda. We had talked to Cindy last week, but we wasn't sure
Get it on.
yeah,
Gotcha.
so,
Okay.
Thank you.
Item J, construction manager, Waukeeta Fire Station.
I don't think she's got that information.
she told me what the deal is that they have went out and interviewed some people for the construction manager. Some of the companies have declined because it's not a big enough project. The deal that she sent up to the assistant district attorney, and he hasn't got a chance to get back with her, that Jody Evans, his son, is on the fire department at Waukeeta, and he doesn't know whether there's a conflict of interest there. Okay, that's what it needs to be worked out
Okay.
first. Okay.
Okay, alrighty, we'll, review that again later.
Yes.
Okay, purchase card updates, I suppose we'll need for Cindy on the next two items, so, road crossing permits, I don't know if Brandon's got that one back in here, I should have one for, territory.
I'm not seeing.
Okay, well, I'll have to, why don't we take a short recess?
Yes, I moved to recess.
Okay, y'all don't go too fast.
Okay, I second that
Okay.
recess.
Ronk moved, has seconded to go into recess at 9:19 a.m. All in favor?
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Ron.
Aye.
Hess.
All ayes,
Okay.
motion carried unanimously, and Mindy, you'll need to put the computer on recess. Do you know how to do that?
Computer. No, I do
I
not.
don't know that I know either, so. I do not know. Oh, right there it is. Let's see if we-
Let's see. Who was that? Me that moved to go
Yes.
in?
Yeah, yes.
You
did.
moved to get us out.
I
I
moved,
moved to
No,
go
leave it open right now. Okay.
I moved to come out of executive session.
out of recess.
Out of recess, yeah.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Hess moved, wrong seconded to come out of recess at 9:41. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried unanimously.
Hello.
We're going to skip down to item number 9. I need a motion to skip.
I
it.
move to skip to item 9 and enter into executive session.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to skip to item 9
Pat
and
moved.
to,
Pat
excuse me,
moved. I
Yeah.
thought.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Pat moved, Hess seconded to go in, to move down to item 9 and enter into executive session, at 9:42. All in favor?
Ronk, or Pat, sorry.
That's right.
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. We will enter into executive session to, for the annual review and evaluation of our county maintenance tank meet. So, Andy, we will let you know when we're ready to come out.
Okay.
All right?
Thank
You
you,
would,
Linda.
we will enter, we will close this door.
Nope. Go. Yeah. Go down. when I did that.
Okay, we're live.
Alright, need a motion to enter back into regular open
I
session.
make a motion that we come back into regular session.
I second that.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to enter back into regular session at 9:55. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried unanimously. No action needed. We do appreciate the work that our maintenance man is doing, and all is going well within the courthouse.
Okay.
Okay, we need to return back to item
I make a motion that we
J.
return back to item
or K.
K.
Item K.
So what was the deal on Jay again? On the Waukeeta Fire Department.
Oh, on J. Oh, here's a copy.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay.
make a move. We'll move back to item J.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Back
need
to
a
item
second.
J.
Okay.
I second.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to move back to item J under construction manager. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk, Hess.
Yes.
Yes.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
Here's a copy for you all. And I sent this up to Steven, and he has not gotten back with me on it. And Jody Evans came in and spoke with me. I asked if there were any conflicts between him and the Waukeeta Fire Department. He said his son is on the Waukeeta Fire Department. However, his son lives in the Manchester District and would be willing to transfer to the Manchester District Fire Department if need be. And that was kind of what I was waiting to get word back from Steven.
Okay. As soon as we hear back from him, I think we could probably.
And that's who Waukeeta wants is
Yes, and this is the cover sheet is from the fire chief, signed by the fire chief, stating that they had contacted several companies and that it wasn't a large enough project that they were interested in doing.
Alright, if we could try to get Steven to give us some kind of answer on that.
Okay.
We could do that. Alright. Purchase cards.
I'm down on the last wire, and I apologize. It's my bad, but it is this week.
Okay.
I have just like 2 little forms I got to fill out and send them, and then that should be all we do. So I apologize.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on having the flu.
Yeah, I absolutely
Oh,
understand
come
on.
that. I know. You did rather than.
Oh, I'd rather have worked on the purchase, and I'm not trying to put. I just
I
Okay.
agree. Okay. Update on status of AT&T for contract invoicing for the county.
Well, I do have some emails. I don't know if y'all wanted to look at them or whatever. They're just slow as all
Is
get it.
that what you printed to that printer?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Then never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I think I didn't end up pushing. It was the wrong printer. I did Office Copier instead of Desi's. They were supposed to send the boxes for Tim to send stuff back. They haven't sent the. We had
Still
some
waiting on
boxes, but
those.
it wasn't the boxes. It was from another company. So still awaiting. But I am in correspondence with, and I do want you to know that we're still having a little bit of issue with. There's like $154 that they're saying we owe on the query. I had canceled that back in May when Cecil had called. I noted it. I noted a order number, but I had called. They didn't do it. And then, so I sent a letter in September, and they finally did. But they're wanting us to pay this back, and I'm like, no.
We
So
got
I
an order
got
number.
David Lawson. I asked him to check into it and say, it's not that much money, but the point is
don't
we
know.
canceled it in May,
Yeah,
and you all
exactly.
didn't. I have an order number from your company.
Right.
So anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from that.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Alrighty. Road crossing, did he bring
Oh,
you that?
he did.
Okay.
It's here.
I am good with that one now. We've got our payment on that and,
whose turn is it?
let's see.
Looks like it's mine.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
good with that, I'll
Yeah.
move to approve the road crossing permit.
I'll second that.
Okay, Ronk motion has seconded to approve the road crossing permit with, Territory. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried unanimously.
I do have a boo-boo though. I did have some transfers, so if it's possible for us to go back to that.
Well,
Sorry.
you just need.
We just need to go back up there and
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve transfers.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Hess motion, seconded to approve transfer of appropriations. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
That's everybody moves money into District 3, right?
Yes, I
Awesome.
think so. Yeah.
Including the clerk's office.
Yeah.
The
And-
entirety of her budget.
Wow. Wow.
And I don't know if, I did get a hold of Kyle, I don't know if you want me to do this or if we need to return back to the bid. It was approved and it's been sent to the newspaper. But I noticed on the one you signed, they had a header on it and I took the header off because there's no sense in publishing it. It's
Oh,
already
yeah.
here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
that'd be
sign
So,
fine.
that.
and the one that I sent them is actually, this is the one I actually
Okay,
sent.
that'll work. Yeah, let's make
Without
sure.
the actual signatures, but I thought,
Okay.
okay, so I'm going to, this is the one I'm going to tear up.
Alrighty, sounds good.
We thought you were taking a nap back in your office, but you were working.
I was trying, I thought, oh, I need to do this and this. I gotta get back in the groove. I feel like I lost a week.
Pat, this one's on yours, so you'll need to sign up there.
Okay. This one, okay.
Yeah. That one, they just need the wrong person paid for it. And on yours, your travel came out of M&O instead of travel, so they're moving it back to travel,
Ah,
so.
And I did go to the meeting on Friday on the new chart of accounts, and it made me feel pretty good about how, cause even talking to some of the, or, you know,
The other
listening
beta.
to the other beta, it's like, okay, ours wasn't that bad.
Yeah, they
So.
were good.
and that's the only spot, isn't it?
You signed there and here, cause you're moving it.
Well, this is consent to cancel.
Yeah, but you got it coming in and you're canceling it out of, you're moving it from.
You're canceling it out of M&O
Yeah, canceling it out of M
and
putting it
put
into
it into travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
canceling M&O. Yeah, it's always two places.
Yeah. Well, and like on that other one, Penny wasn't sure either, so I don't know why they did that, where they
It
bought some
doesn't
stuff
make
on
sense
Amazon.
though when they put
That was
consent
why
to
they
A
did
cancel.
weird,
that.
wacky
That
thing. Anyway,
was-
I had them both sign on it. I
Yeah,
said, it
that's
involves
right.
both offices, you both sign.
Yeah, I
don't know
agree.
how to do it.
I don't think so.
Just acknowledge that you did.
You gotta sign at the bottom there, below Pat. I know there's only two lines. Well, Pat needs to sign down there
Oh.
too, did he?
No.
Oh, yeah, he needs to sign down there
I
too.
left him space.
Okay.
You're so thoughtful.
Thank you.
Okay. So we
Okay,
motioned to approve those, right?
We did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're now down to number 8. In new business, do you have any new business, Cindy C?
No, ma'am, other than that there are some outages, electrical outages within the town. I don't know if we need to note that or not, or,
That'd
you
be
know.
a good idea.
Electrical outages, okay, within the town. Okay. You have any new business, Max?
No, I don't.
Pat?
I wonder if we should have asked Scott if he's fired up the generator yet
Yeah,
today.
I don't know if he did. I'll bet he has. I will bet.
Cause he's done it on nice days.
Yeah.
If it's cold, I bet you he
I bet
has,
it's
yeah.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have none, no.
None, okay. Item 12, features comments, Max, what do you have to
They
say?
were on their way up there to bring my new lowboy trailer today, and a truck driver called me, and I told him, I said, it's icy up here. I said, it's you could probably make it up here if you watch what you're doing, but going back when you're bobtailing might be dangerous for you. So I just told him, wait, bring it up another day.
Yeah.
Have talked to the gentleman from about my truck, my trailer,
Oh, Southwest Trailer.
Southwest
Adam.
Trailer,
Mhm.
Adam. Thank
Adam?
you.
Mhm.
I talked to Adam, and he's got the trailer ordered that we approved last week. And outside of that, we were glad to see a little bit of rain. It come in a little different form than we liked,
But we'll take
But
what
it's
we can
okay.
get.
we went out. The task force did out to Freedom Sunday to help with the fire out there. We wound up staying all night and was relieved at 7:30, 15 to 8 the next morning by a task force from Ellis County. There was 2 task forces out there, stayed all night, let the local firefighters go home and get some rest and everything, and they sure appreciated it. So, you know, unfortunately, a fire happened. 2 high lines bounced together and caused a spark, and started a fire back up through part of what burnt last year. So it was a bad deal, but it wasn't near as bad as it was last year. So did that and got the guys in the shop today working on changing oil, cleaning up some vehicles and that kind of stuff. That was all I have. Oh, I guess I should report that I have a meeting in Oklahoma City tomorrow, or Alva tomorrow.
CED in that.
CED 8, yes. And wait just a jiffy here. I have a noted meeting Thursday down at Enid. Yeah, Alva is tomorrow the 21st. Okay, that's all I have.
District 3 is working on some overdue oil changes and servicing on equipment today, and we're gonna get our other loader and dozer hauled, weather permitting, to Elk City this week for the auction next week. I also am, weather permitting, going to try to go to the CED meeting tomorrow, and then tomorrow night is a fair board meeting. Quite a few different important agenda items there, so I plan on being there for that. And then Thursday evening, I think I'm supposed to be a ring man for the stock show starting Thursday evening. That county stock show starts Thursday evening at, I think, at either 6 or 7. I can't remember which.
5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
Next Thursday.
No,
This Thursday.
This Thursday. Sheep and goats.
Sheep and goats are
5:30, and then 9 o'clock Friday's the hog show, followed by beef.
yeah.
So the 22nd and 23rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the sales Saturday night.
And we have an ESA meeting up here at the Medford Fire Department Thursday at 7 o'clock. I forgot to mention that.
Where is it at again?
At the fire department.
At the fire department, Medford Fire
Medford
Department.
Fire at
Okay.
7 o'clock.
Okay.
And other than that, we'll be out on the working on the roads as soon as it dries up a little bit. Well, sure be nice to pack some of that stuff in that we've been pulling out of the ditches for the last 4 months.
Yep.
And if we get our grinder back, hopefully this week we will start grinding on M&M Blacktop next week. We're going to do 1 mile at a time. We'll grind, pack it, and rock it 1 mile at a time on those south. It's going to wind up being about 2 3/4 of a mile. It's not going to be all 3 miles. Right there where that bridge is, there's about 1/4 mile of asphalt that we're not going to grind up. It's in good shape. So that's all I got.
Well, I was at the Capitol yesterday, and I was at the Capitol last week. We've got some bills moving through. Yesterday they had a committee meeting on the deferred comp, where we can, we have that plan we did with Nationwide 2 years ago, where we do the matching on the deferred comp, and it's been that counties can only put in $50 per employee per month, and it's been that way for forever. And the state is allowed to do $100, so we're going to try to get ours to be $100. So it came out of the retirement committee 7-0, but the title was stricken. Senator Kidd is carrying that bill for us, and I met with him. What that does mean is that we will have to get the title put back on when it comes to the floor of the Senate, and then they'll have to vote on it to move forward. So we're hoping that we can move that forward. We just like that. It's permissive, it's optional, it's not a requirement, not even all counties participate, but we just wanted to have the same option as what the state has. So we're working on that, and of course the SERB project, we're still working on that. There's some different options out there. There's nothing set in stone. They're talking about bringing it back to counties. They're talking about putting it in a fund that just is an encumbered fund, which I personally think if they'd put it in a trust fund would be a better deal.
Mhm.
But
A lot better deal.
you know, it's a conglomeration of things of still being discussed out there. So on our county funds, of course, ad valorem on the wind farms is another issue. The wind farm part was in a stepping up, and I'm still leery of part of that. Of course, that all failed. So still working on part of that down there. This week, weather pending, I'll probably go to the CED meeting as well. I'm going to try to attend the Grant County Junior Livestock Shows and the premium auction as well. So still doing a little bit of follow-up work on our wind farms, trying to get a little bit more. We had several meetings and still trying to get some of that stuff nailed down. It's just a long process. So that's about what I've got going on.
That's why in my feeble mind I had another week in this month.
Oh.
You know, I had it the last week, and
It usually
it is the
it
last.
is, yeah, it's the last full week or something, because it's
Mhm.
it always usually follows like March 1st or something, because I'm usually gone.
Yeah.
It
It's
seems
usually
like
the-
when the auction is, I'm always
Yeah.
gone.
Well, I had that in my head
Yeah.
and stuff, but it just didn't seem like
Yeah.
it's possible to be that.
Yeah, Pat, you might want to note about the fair, when the livestock show is going to be.
It's gonna be at the old one, at the old barns.
Because
The fire marshal
Clear the.
wouldn't make it up here till the 27th. So
that's all in planning. It
Yeah.
didn't get planned out, so. That's
oh wait, they had it. The construction manager had it planned out. They were supposed to have been there the 16th, and they canceled. The state fire marshal did.
cancel.
It was by no fault of anybody on this end.
Yeah, good. Alrighty, with that, we are down to item number 13.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I second.
At 10:12, Hess motion, Ronk seconds to adjourn. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carried. We are adjourned.